Joining me in the kitchen today is Chad Whittington from the Columbus Association for the Performing Arts. Chad, thanks for being here.
I'm excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
Of course. So tell me a little bit about the history of Kappa.
Kappa's been around a long time. We were formed in 1969 to save the Ohio Theater. The wrecking ball was literally sitting out in State Street in front of the theater, and a group of people came together and saved the theater, and we've built from that. It's really been a community effort. I talk about a small group of people at the beginning, but without support from the entire community, we wouldn't be around today. And so we've grown into an organization that has 8 physical spaces in Columbus that we own and operate, put on about 900 events a year, and have about 1 million visitors among those buildings. So really, it's been a great journey over the last 55 years.
Absolutely. What a great origin story, too. The community coming together. That's wonderful. I hear you have a bit of an origin story with Kappa. Can you tell me about that?
I've been around for a few years for sure. It's my 26th year at Kappa, actually. I started while I was a student at Ohio State University, working at the Ohio Theater in maintenance and security, and I got to know the office staff. I was majoring in accounting, and they were like, well, we're growing, we've got an opportunity, why don't you start upstairs part-time? And I did in the accounting department, and never would have imagined at that time, but I would have stuck around this long. But it's been a great place to work, a lot of opportunities, and it's fun. It's hard work, but at the same time, one of my favorite things to do at the theater is to watch kids come into the theater. It's their first time, and they're excited about a show, and looking around at this beautiful theater. It's more than just a job. It's really a passion.
Absolutely. And think of how many kids who have had their first theater experience and then now maybe are working in that industry or taking their own families. That's so special.
Yeah, that's right. And art is, even for those that don't make a career out of it, it's something that people interact with throughout their entire lives. So us being a part of helping them start to figure out how they're going to interact with art throughout their lives is really special for us.
That's very valuable. Well, I'm excited to get started with our baking today.
All right, me too.
We are making one of my favorite treats. These are brown butter snickerdoodles. So I think most people are familiar with the snickerdoodle, the kind of cinnamon sugar cookie. These are amped up a little bit with browned butter. So are you ready to get started?
I am. Dessert was definitely the right area to pick for me today. So I'm excited about
Good,
this.
I can't wait. The ingredients we'll need today are 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 2 teaspoons cream of tartar, 1/4 teaspoon salt, 2 sticks unsalted butter, 1 1/4 cup packed dark brown sugar, 3/4 cup granulated sugar, 2 large eggs, 1 teaspoon vanilla extract, 2 1/2 teaspoons cinnamon, and 1 tablespoon plain Greek yogurt. Okay, so we've got our gorgeous brown butter that smells incredible.
It does.
And that'll just take a couple minutes to cool down to sort of room temperature. And we can mix together our dry ingredients now.
Okay.
Obviously, cooling the butter is important just so you don't scramble your eggs when you mix it all together. So if you were doing a regular cookie recipe, you would just put softened butter into this bowl, but we're making it really good. So we're adding the brown butter into our mixer bowl, and I can't really see this, but you want to get all those brown bits into the bowl because those are flavor bombs. And then I'm going to add in our 2 sugars, our white sugar and our brown sugar. And we'll just kind of mix those together. And now, if you want to go ahead and add the rest of our wet ingredients, we have our egg and our egg yolk, vanilla, and the Greek yogurt. Chad, while our dough is chilling, I'd love to hear more about the main initiatives at Kappa.
Sure. We've always got events going on at Kappa. We do about 900 a year throughout all of the venues. So, there's always something going on, but I would say what we've really been focused on in the last couple of years is reaching out into the community and making sure we're connecting with everybody in the community. We have started Cinema Columbus Film Festival to connect more with the film community here in Columbus, which is growing and doing some really fantastic work. And we've also started producing, which means creating some of our own content. Christmas Carol, we used to bring that in from a tour that went all around the country. Unfortunately, with COVID, it didn't come back around, and yet that was a tradition that we wanted to make sure we had here in Columbus. So we produced that event ourselves in collaboration with Short North Stage each and every year and put it on at the Ohio Theater. So just a few of the things that we're doing to reach out in the community as we look forward. More grassroots effort to get out into the Somali community, for example, Indian community, more connection with the Latino community. Those are things that we're focused on. It takes a lot of work, and it's a slow process, but one step at a time right now for us.
That's amazing. We're just so lucky to have you in the community. And what a great way to kind of use the performing arts and theater to connect to people and the human experience. I mean, that's incredible.
Yeah, that's one of the things I think we believe. The arts bring a lot to the community. We inspire, we educate, we challenge sometimes, but I think right now it's really important of just bringing people together, the shared experience. You can come into a theater, sit with 900, 2,000, and the number varies, people, but you don't know their religious backgrounds, their political backgrounds, but you sit there, you laugh together, you cry together, you gasp together. And you have this shared experience that reminds us that our commonality is more than our differences. And I think right now that's something, an important function that we serve in the arts is to remind people of that.
Absolutely. It's so valuable. Well, I think we should check on our dough and see if we can actually make some cookies.
All right, sounds good.
Okay, so we have our chilled dough, which it's best to take it out of the fridge and let it sit for 30 minutes or so, just so it's not rock hard. And then I've got a nice cookie scoop. You don't have to use a little ice cream scoop. You can use a spoon. You can just grab a portion of dough. And then we're going to scoop it out. And then you just kind of, if your dough's a little crumbly, you can kind of squeeze it in your hands to kind of form it into a ball. And then once you got it nice and round, we're going to roll it in some cinnamon sugar, which is a classic snickerdoodle technique. And then we'll line our baking sheet. We'll just place them a couple inches apart, and then we can pop them in the oven.
All right,
So
great.
let's
give it a try.
get rolling. We've got our cookies in the oven. While we wait patiently for them to bake, tell me a little bit about how Kappa's looking to the future.
Sure, accessibility is one of the words that comes to mind, and accessibility can mean a lot of different things, but holistically for Kappa, it's thinking about how do we make sure we're engaging everyone in the community and making sure that we're welcome to everybody in the community. So one example of that when I think about the programming side is making sure we have a good diversity of the programming we're bringing in, and that includes making sure that the actors and actresses you see on stage represent everybody that you see in the audience. So casting the right people, bringing in shows that we know are focused on diversity, because I think that's really important. You want to make sure that, especially young people, as we talked about earlier, it's so important to make sure they have good experiences and they connect to the arts. And one of the ways you want to do that is by making sure they understand, okay, I can do that too, because there's someone that looks like me up on the stage. So that's really important to us. And not only Kappa, but the arts community as a whole here in Columbus, I think is doing a fantastic job of recognizing that and kind of implementing those ideals into the programming that they're doing for our community.
Absolutely. That seems crucial. And I love the way that it's so welcoming and open. It encourages folks to come and experience the art for themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. And in a more physical way for Kappa, we've thought about how our buildings can be welcoming for everybody in the community. Everything from adult changing tables to all gender restrooms to Culture City. So Culture City is a national program. It's a certification program you go through. It provides training for your staff, especially the frontline staff. So think about the folks that take the tickets and ushers that take people to their seats, to make sure they understand needs, whether physical needs, sensory needs that the audience might have. This program has come in and helped us identify quiet areas in the theater. So if someone with sensory needs needs to get out of the auditorium and find a space where they can have a quiet environment, we've identified those places in the theater for them. Having bags available that have ear protection in them, and fidget toys and other things that someone with sensory needs might need if they're upset by something that takes place during a performance. It's all these things that some people might think those are little things, but actually to folks that need them, they're really important things to making sure we have a welcome environment. So we're focused on that, and actually the staff at Kappa care a lot about that, and they've helped us do a lot of the work and have helped us identify the areas where we need to do better.
That's wonderful. I'm so impressed with how accessible and welcoming you are. That's great.
Oh, thank you.
Chad, the moment has come.
Oh, they look great.
They look beautiful.
Fantastic.
This was so much fun.
Yeah, thank you.
For baking with me. Before we wrap up, and more importantly, before we try one of these delicious cookies, what's one more thing you'd like people to know about Kappa?
Yeah, I think the arts community in general is very collaborative, and certainly that's important to Kappa. Collaboration is such an important ingredient in what we do here in the city. West Side Story is a great example of that, a collaboration between Kappa, Ballet Met, Opera Columbus, and the Columbus Symphony Orchestra. So an event, I talked about Christmas Carol earlier, and another event where it's created right here in the community by community groups. And really, gives everybody the opportunity to work together. And what you get from that, when we work together, we come up with more great ideas in terms of how we can serve the community. So I'm so excited that we can be part of West Side Story and all the other great collaborations that take part throughout the year. And I'm also grateful for the community. I don't think I can leave without saying that. Kappa would not have been formed without the community support, and we can't do what we do every year without tremendous support from the community, not only people that visit, but people that donate as well. So I'm so grateful that the community has supported us for these 55 years.
Well, we're grateful that you're here. We all benefit. So thank you. Well, let's try a cookie.
All right. Sounds good.
All right, here we go.
I get the right one. All right.
Thanks again for being here, Chad.
Thank you. I appreciate it. They're fantastic.
Right?
Yep.